Hey friends, we're back. Yeah, I thought I was going to take a longer break. This is now part 4 on this playlist. I wired everything correctly on this UNIVOX. Let me show you the guitar, bass guitar. UNIVOX Hi-Flyer Bass. So this pickup was bad. In the previous live stream, I fixed it. This one was working on the live stream a few days ago. This one wasn't. I opened this one today, fixed it. Then I wired everything, it wasn't working. And that's because this pickup is shorted out internally. Can you believe it? So these are some bad pickups. Now, I also was thinking that maybe it was shorting out, because sometimes when you solder these wires, because on this pickup, right, it was also short. It was short like this. Sometimes when you heat this up, these strands melt through the plastic. So I removed some more of the insulation, the gray one, to expose. Nothing was melted through. Okay, but when I test this pickup, look at the ohm meter here, multimeter. It shorts out to 10 ohms. Okay, but the pickup should be, look at that, 11.3 K. Okay, so I don't know if you see K here. It's far from the camera, but this isn't working anymore, although this pickup was working initially. So at this point, I don't even know. We spend so much time on this, I might as well remove it and look at it. So when this pickup was connected to the switch, it was shorting out this pickup because it was, shorting out. So I spent 3 hours fixing this one, and the customer actually is thinking of buying new pickups. Now, that's always a question whether you should do that or not. But I don't see myself fixing this one, spending another 3 hours opening it and fixing it. That's not reasonable. But something clearly isn't working on this pickup. Not that it's going to make a difference, but I guess I'll test it this way as well. Now it says 10.7 K. So somehow when you wiggle it, something happens. So maybe it's melted here. Oh, now, that is a possibility because of the way they made it. So here, again, this is a short trip from here to here. So these can melt through. So we are here now. Why don't I dissect it a little bit, just in case. Where are my X-Acto blades? Right here. I'm going to open up this thing. So maybe it's not a bad pickup. Maybe it's just this cable. Because this is what moved now when I removed the pickup. So I wiggled it and all of a sudden it works. So the trick is to make an incision, a surface incision, and then it is going to rip through. Almost like a perforated piece of paper. You see? All right, so now I remove this, and here we've just exposed more of this wire. No, it wasn't melted through. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is it showed 10 ohms before. Let's see what it's going to show now. And then it showed, what, 11K or something? $10.7K. You can see the K here. So, I don't know, but something was not right. Let's put these jumper wires here so that I can wiggle it. So this goes here. Okay, it shows 10K. You can see this, 10.7. Now what happens if I just move it? And there's steel wool here, so that could be the culprit. So I'm removing the steel wool from here. But now it's working. And it's interesting because it wasn't working. I didn't even touch this pickup in any way. All right, now it's working. So if we connect it to the circuit, let's see. All right, so let's connect the ground wires together. And ground is going to be connected to ground, any ground, like this one. And then we have the bridge pickup, yellow jumper, connected to here, the switch, this part of the switch, and neck pickup connected to this part of the switch. Okay. Okay. So that's connected, and now we have, I know it's a mess, my bench is a mess, it's a work mess right now, but at least I want to put the sharp blade away so I don't, you know, cut myself. Okay, and here we have everything connected, and now this microphone picks up the ambient sounds. Okay, where's my tuning fork? Turn on the amp. Let's see. Works. Works. So now it works. Oops. And if we switch it like this, it should be disconnecting. Yellow is this one. No, I'm sorry, this one. Like that. Down. Oh. The other way around. And now pick up. Volume. Tone. Sometimes tone doesn't really work with a tuning fork. But yeah, so now everything works. So I might as well connect. But this pickup is unreliable, so now it works. Yeah, so I'll connect everything. So I'm going to strip this a little bit more, like I did on this one. Yeah, so that I can make a better looking connection inside and safer as well. Okay, where's that blade again?
Born is going to take cash.
Yeah. I don't know how much, like. Oh, you just got that.
Okay, I never trust wire strippers. They're supposed to work flawlessly, but sometimes they cut wires on the inside. Stranded wires, so that's exactly what it did this time. So I'm removing those two little, actually three. Okay, whatever. I don't have patience for this anymore. Working on the vintage stuff sometimes is like that.
Maybe, I mean, it could be like at the link.
So I am going to couple them together like this. And they are going to be soldered to this thing here. But I want to put a little shrink tubing there. Where do I put it here? Fine.
You open it up. Okay.
I do have a heat gun, but I'm lazy. At this point. And this is going to be soldered here, all right? And just to make sure that we connect the correct ones, let me see. So, red.
I think it's probably because of this.
Yellow.
Okay.
Is it like taped up?
Yeah, I tried to take it off, but it just keeps coming more undone. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it might be because it's not. And then it comes off the board, maybe.
No. The other way around. So, yellow goes here. All right. Okay. And red goes here. Not a good solder connection. I moved it a bit. Okay, should be good. So now this should work. Let's try. Okay. Whatever happens, so it's either going to work or it's not going to work. So we're keeping this pickup where it is. And where I put the screws, that's what happens when it's messy, okay? I'll find them. Okay, so. Oh. Not here. So now it works. Okay. I have a feeling that this customer, oh, here are the screws, will want to change the pickup. So I want to spend more time on this. We'll work something out. And that's about it. So as far as this project is concerned, this is now working. So it's working. So something's funky about this pickup. So they, both pickups were made by the same crew at the same factory at the same time. And there's an unreliable internal connection on the bridge pickup as well. Intermittent, the worst kind of problems. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So now it works. But this is a serious musician. He wants a reliable pickup. So I could service it if he wants to. I could put new pickups when he buys them and brings the bass back. We could do that. I I can never guarantee that new pickups are going to fit physically. But, you know, he sent me a text. He seems to know who makes them, I guess, to vintage spec. I don't know. Not my call, right? So one more test here. Now it's all put together. Once again, I have this microphone and we plug it in. Oh, the switch is up, right? So this works. This still works. This doesn't work, right? This works. Still works. Doesn't work. And now both of them are working. Volume works. Tone. We're probably not going to hear a difference, but we should be hearing a difference with strings. So, yeah. Now, we already did the setup in the previous, no, this is part 4, not the previous live stream, the part 2, right? And I am going to just put the strings back, and I'm going to check everything, okay, tomorrow. So once again, when neck is without strings for a few hours, yeah, you put the strings on, you want to let it settle and then check. So the most reasonable thing to do is to check tomorrow, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the strings on and check tomorrow. But we got it to work. We just can't count on it working. So I wish I had continued tinkering because during the previous live stream, because right after I disconnected, I found what the problem was. And yeah, so I wish it was one continuous documented thing, but it wasn't. Okay, so that's the best I can do. But yeah, so now it works. I'm kind of glad that we discovered that, because we want to know if something's not reliable. So, and this will give the customer time to think and make a decision. All right, like I said, I'm just going to put the strings back on, tune it, and then tomorrow, I guess, I'll just finish the setup. I'm not even going to bother live streaming because we may spend too much time live streaming, okay? Okay, kids, so thank you very much, and good night. There are a few... so Dr. Scott has another proverb. All intermittent vintage wiring is worth doing again and again. Yeah, I like the proverb. Yeah, and you still think it's a great video, so yeah. Thank you. We gotta keep laughing. Okay, doctor. There's 3 doctors here watching. No, 2. One of them just left. Okay, bye-bye.